nobody shows up on YouTube, I'll shut it down and we'll come back over here and have a music party. Yep, but here we are. It's been a while. Yep. Unfortunately, I had the Ronas. I had it bad. Still, it's still bad. So, but we're not going to talk about that at all because, unfortunately, it's a hot topic here on YouTube and TikTok because people don't want to wear a mask. People don't want a vaccine. I don't know what to say at that point. But you know, unfortunately, that's what it is. And I support the mask. I support the vaccine. And if you don't, that's your choice. Unfortunately, like I said, I had the virus, and it's it's not. I'm still having a hard time with it. Going on 2 weeks now, and it's still pretty bad. You know, you don't just get over it. Relax for the naysayers who come on my channel. This I'm just reusing this cup. I actually have some kind of decaf coffee in here, so I'm just reusing the cup because I got it this morning, and I don't feel like it makes sense to waste a dish. So I'm using the cup. Hello, Jenny. How are you today? Hopefully you're staying warm. It's cold. Ugh. Like I said, I'm just getting over the Ronas, and I just gotta tell you, it's rough, man. It's rough. I'm doing good. Hello, Devil Boy. How are you? How are you on this fine Monday? How is everybody doing? I'm still recovering from the Ronas. Man, it's a rough thing. Oh, hopefully it went well. I don't have to retest, but at this rate I'm just trying to heal from it. But the thing is, it's so cold outside. It's cold, and then when you go out to get the mail with that, it's just not good. It's not good. You know, once the cold hits the lungs. Oh, well, I'm a pagan, so obviously, your name and your pentacle does not under any by any means offend me. Nope. I'm a pagan. Uh oh, the PCR test. Oh, gotcha. We awesome. A baby pagan? Awesome. So they sent us those tests in the mail, the one that you ordered to the postal service. Yeah, mine came in just as I was not feeling too good, and it was positive right then and there. And it's been a road. It's been a long road. That was on January 26th. Thank you for the likes. I tested positive on January 26th, and the first 2 days were pretty bad. The first 2 days were bad. Um, I had a headache so bad I couldn't keep my eyes open. I was actually like laying in bed. I was actually eating like one of those Uncrustable sandwiches with my eyes closed. I was actually able to go to bed really early that day. That was great. But I think that was like it was like the calm before the storm because the next day I what? Say what? No, bye. So so that was the first run. And then the second day, that's when like all the stuff in the nose started getting bad. And the best thing you could do if you have it, is to create a steam shower in your bathroom, and bring in a cold bottle of water to drink, because the steam will break up what's in your chest, and then the water will help bring it out. So that's my biggest suggestion to anyone who has corona, is you gotta create. Oh, not yet, Simon. No, soon. I'll be in Florida very soon, though. No, I've been sick with COVID, Simon. I've been sick with COVID since the 26th. So, yeah, you see, I have trouble breathing now still. So, and then yesterday, I miss you too, Simon. I'm heading to Florida very soon. I'm thinking about whether or not I should vlog it. I don't know. I'm trying to think about it. It's like a 2 or 3 day drive. Um, as far as I know. I love you too, Simon. How have you been doing? I'm still recovering from the Ronas. It got me. It finally got me. But I'm just gonna say this. You could say you do or you don't like the mask. I don't know. All I could say is I don't believe cloth masks work at this point. So I don't support the cloth mask. You really got to get yourself a KN95 mask. Because if the mask has holes underneath or up here, it's gonna get in, and you're gonna get sick. And thank you, Simon. So that's what happened. Isabel went to school, and the kid next to her had the mask under his nose like this. You know how they do things. And she had the cloth mask, but because there's space between here and here, the virus gets in. So now we have to do the KN95 mask from here on out, or double mask at that rate, because it gets in this Omicron. It's terrible. It's awful. And anyone who says it's just a bad cold or a flu, I don't know what you're saying, but it was bad. Whew. And it's still pretty bad. What does this mean when it has the pink thing going across and it says sent to TikTok universe? Well, I will be wearing a mask in Florida. Well, I have the two doses of the Moderna, and I had the booster. It was bad. It was, I mean, although it could have been worse. I feel like it could have been worse, though. I do feel like that the virus could have been worse. I have a friend who's a nurse, and she said getting the first two doses is basically doing the bare minimum. So with the booster, I guess I did actually. Well, I made bangs. I did it myself, and then I stupidly accidentally cut this part here. But I was trying to layer it a little bit, but I'm not a hair cutting lady. I haven't had a haircut in 3 years. Yeah, I mean that. I had my surgery. I had my weight loss surgery in 2018, and I think I had a haircut just before, and I haven't had one since. You know, uh, I guess I'm down for. I'm in need of one. I didn't get a haircut because John told me not to, and then he passed away, and I don't know. I do trim the ends myself, though. I do that. But so yeah, I do believe that I could have been a lot sicker. Isabel, my daughter, she's 14 years old now, and she only had the first two doses of the Pfizer, and she got the virus a lot worse than me. And as soon as she is better, then we will get her the booster shot. I don't want to tell anybody what to do, but at this rate, we got to do something. And whatever they do in Florida, actually, parts of Florida did have masks on. Simon, when I went to go visit in August, everybody had a mask on there. So I guess it depends on what part of Florida you go to. I don't know. When I went, they had masks on. So I don't know. Don't worry, I'm reusing my cup. This is from today, but I put a you know my own coffee in there. Hold on, I'm gonna turn the microphone off on Hey, Marcy. Sorry, I turned the microphone off just because I was talking about something and it was a YouTube related issue, but I can talk about it on TikTok because that person doesn't follow me on TikTok. But I was just saying, I do the What Makes Me Happy challenge video every day, or I do my best to do it every day since I'm still battling COVID. It's for my mental health. It's a mental health challenge. My friend Michelle, she passed away end of August, early September from COVID, and I was having a really hard time with that, along with a couple other friends who had passed away, and I couldn't figure out how to get myself out of that. So my therapist suggested to journal what makes me happy. But, I'm Miss Kelly and I like to make videos. Excuse my nose is itchy. The skin. So I decided to do it this way. I decided to make it a short on my TikTok because if I make it as a short on my TikTok, I could put it on YouTube. Then it's a YouTube Shorts, and sometimes I get boosted up to the Shorts section, and then I get sometimes I get a few hundred views on a What Makes Me Happy challenge video. Not always. But if I make it as a short here on YouTube, then people could stitch it and join in, and people were doing that. But it's really for, like I said, it's for my mental health, and it's been a healing thing, and it's something to hold myself accountable. Um, you know, you roll out of bed and you just got to say something that makes you happy that day. That way, it kind of makes the day a little less difficult. And I've been going through a lot. I had to go to court to be able to move out of New York. I got that, and then the holidays came, and I don't do well at the holiday season, and a whole bunch of other things just was going down, and it's kind of helped me get through that. It's actually felt kind of strange not being able to do it throughout being sick. But I'm trying to get back there. I did some dancey dance videos because it hurt me to do it because the my chest has been killing me for the last 48 hours. Um, so I did a What Makes Me Happy video where I bought these K cups. Now K cups are not great for the environment. I get that. I try not to use them much, but it was a 12 K cups, and they were all chocolate flavored. There was no chocolate in the box. It was just chocolate flavored coffee. And when I get a K cup that's flavored like that, I generally put like maybe a teensy bit of creamer, or I do like a squirt of sugar-free um, Cool Whip or something, and I don't add anything else. I don't add sugar to it. I don't add, anything else. Sometimes I'll just add like a little half and half, and that's it. Because they're flavored, so you don't have to add sugar to it. And I've been trying to get back on track and everything like that. So that's what I've been doing. So I had a negative comment from somebody who's been a follower of mine for a really long time, saying that my surgery has not stopped my bad habits. And I just want to address this because I've been pushed into bariatric talk here on TikTok, which I'm really happy about because I've found a lot of really great people on TikTok who have had the surgery or they're in the process of having surgery. And I want to be there for them, and their videos have inspired me to do better. I had this surgery 3 years ago and I've been maintaining my weight. And am I perfect? No, absolutely not. And I don't strive to be perfect because that's just not realistic. It's not totally realistic to be 100% perfect. And sometimes with weight loss surgery, because it is a food addiction related disease, sometimes it's better to give in to a tiny bit of something that you're craving than to not at all. Because if you don't, and then you get a hold of that later on, then you're going to like explode and binge eat. And I have binge eating disorder. Exactly, Simon. Nobody's perfect, but this was coffee. I don't know. What is a cup of coffee? Coffee by itself is like, I don't know. I think it's, I don't know, somewhere between 20 and 60 calories by itself. And like a little bit of half fat free half and half is probably like 10, 15 calories more. So that's basically about it, you know. So it's not at that rate, it's not even a bad habit. It's just something that, and with COVID, I haven't been able to eat much solid food because of my throat and my chest. So I've been eating a lot of soup, which, that's not really the greatest thing to be doing, because see, when you have weight loss surgery or not weight loss surgery and you stick to like soup and like that, your body's going to go into a calorie deficiency, and then you're not going to lose weight, or you're not going to maintain that. You might put on a couple of pounds because your body's in starvation mode. Hey Joe, so happy to see you. As I'm having here, like I'm fighting with my lungs over here. Oh God. But so that's basically it. And I don't want to ever block somebody who's been following me. Hey Chris. Yeah, it does cost dough. It does. It does. Well, the only good thing is with COVID, I couldn't eat very much. So, I mean, like I said, for the last couple days, the last couple days, I've had COVID since 26. Well, I tested positive on the 26th. So the one thing that I've been eating a lot of, what I would do is I would, order Chinese because I can't go out anywhere with it, And what I would do is I buy like four quarts of egg drop soup, and that's what I was eating for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And again, that's not great. It's not great, but but again, then your body gets into a calorie deficiency, and that's not good. But I had to put something in my system. I couldn't just leave it the way it was, because then I'd be on complete starvation mode. You do have to have the calories, because that's what some people misinterpret, is if you don't eat, then you're going to lose weight. Not always. So I missed you too, Joe. Food contests. I couldn't do that. Back in the day, I might have been able to do those food eating contests. I might have. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. When I had my hiatal hernia, that was a disaster. I couldn't really, I would get the heartburn and stuff like that. So basically, for the last, 2 weeks I've had COVID, I've drank nothing but water, coffee, and soup. And I actually, with a little rice at the bottom, just to add a little carb to my system. And no, rice is not the greatest, thing, um, posting a video here as my part of my What Makes Me Happy challenge. I had a box of the coffee. Oh God, my skin is so itchy. So, like I said, it was stated that I was not, my surgery was not stopping my bad habits. So that is a very triggering statement to somebody in the first place, and that's very fat phobic. Okay, you can't say that to somebody. You just can't say that to people. Okay, no, surgery is not going to fix my bad habits. I'm going to put it out there right then and there. So weight loss surgery does not fix your bad habits. Weight loss surgery is a tool. It's not a fix. So when it comes to like the binge eating disorder that I have, that's something that has to be dealt with in therapy. Unfortunately, my therapist had a death in the family, so I have not seen her, virtually in quite some time because of that. And then I got sick. I love you too, Simon. So, no, I am not a perfect person. Do I have things that I'm not supposed to be eating? Absolutely. But in moderation, and that's the key. Weight loss surgery is not going to stop you from eating the bad things, but it's going to cause you to be able to do it in moderation. And like I said, now food addiction is not the same in that sense with alcohol and drugs, but sometimes with food addiction, it's better just if you have a craving for something, just take a little bit of it, feed the craving, or find something else that works for that craving. You know, like peanut butter cups. That was a big thing for me for a while, before surgery. So instead of getting a peanut butter cup, I can get a Quest peanut butter cup, which has 11 grams of protein, and I think it's like 2 or 3 net carbs or something of that nature. So, oh, I wish I can go to a chiropractor. Medicare don't cover that. I wonder what it covers in Florida, though. I hear Florida's pretty good about holistic care. I'd like to know if that's true. I don't know. I'm almost out of here. I'm almost out of New York. I'm just like hanging on by a thread to get out of here. And I have to say this, that would have been, see, the thing is, unfortunately, I got COVID at the worst time possible because we had the cold. I can't go outside in the cold because when you have COVID and the cold hits the cold hits your lungs, it burns. So I haven't been able to go out too much. I can't go out, to get my mail. I mean, I have to do it, but unfortunately, I got it just before that nasty. No, you can't just eat eggs. Wasn't that a diet at one point? Wasn't there an egg diet? Yeah. I'm not a diabetic, but I have to follow a sugar-free diet. I do get those Russell Stover the sugar-free Russell Stovers every now and then. You got to be careful with those because those will make you go. They will make you go, go, go. Sugar subs. I also have to be careful with sugar substitutes because certain ones make me sick. Aw, I would have appreciated that, Simon, because I got the COVID just before the cold, and then we had the snowstorm that Saturday, so that was just like an epic disaster. But thank goodness for not Uber Eats, for Instacart. Instacart had they gave me coupons for um $20 off of 3 orders, so I managed to get 3 orders that weekend, and that was good. And so I got my groceries that way, and that's how I got the chocolate coffee box from Aldi's. It was coffee. Like I said, it was a Valentine's Day coffee. There was 12 different chocolatey flavors. There was like a chocolate caramel donut or something. And see, if you're a bariatric person, this would be good for you because there is no sugar in coffee grounds. So you could easily get that, add a little fat-free half and half, or your vanilla protein shake or whatever. I'm not big on adding Premier shakes to hot coffee because of the fact that a lot of times you add those ready-made shakes, it kind of turns plasticky or something like that. So I try to do it. I usually make my Profees with the protein powder. I actually have been drinking a lot of coffee for the last 2 weeks, and I had to be careful with that because if I drink a lot of coffee, then I ain't going el numero dos. The poopy pills will not work for me. So, and when you're a bariatric patient, you live on that for the rest of your life. I don't get dumping syndrome. If you had the bypass, you guys get the dumping syndrome. I don't. I mean, I think I might have had it once or twice early on, but ever since, no. But so yeah. So I don't like to add the ready-made protein into the coffee because that gets it's kind of weird. It doesn't work well, and I got a whole bunch of premieres I got to drink before I move because that's gonna be a pain in the tuchus. But it's coming soon. I'm moving very soon. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do a vlog because, like I said, I have to draw. Oh dear. Wow. I guess YouTube is back to allowing trolls again, huh? I was actually not going live on YouTube as much anymore because the conversation of COVID comes up quite often on my channel, which I try to avoid, but unfortunately I have it right now, so I've just giving y'all an update. But um I was afraid to go live because my friend died of COVID, and I don't like to talk about masks or whether or not the vaccine works or it doesn't. I'll tell you this: you could decide what you want on the vaccine. Oh, love you too, Simon. See you later. I'll try to be back tomorrow. I'm gonna try to get back into it. I'm trying to decide what to do these days. I'm gonna stick to doing shorts on YouTube. Whatever I could put on my TikTok and YouTube, I'm gonna do that. No, I didn't have the lap band. The lap band has actually been recalled. They won't do those anymore because they're actually not good. I had the VSG. I had the vertical sleeve gastrectomy. So I had a sleeve. They stopped doing the lap band quite some time ago. It was very defective. I actually, I was supposed to get my weight loss surgery back in 2014, but then, some things happened in my life when I couldn't get it. And I was actually considering the lap band at the time. And some, my old roommate said, "No, you don't want to do that. You don't want the lap band. You want to get the sleeve." So when you go to have the surgery, you have to go to a support group, or most people have to go to a support group. It's usually the rules. But the doctor's office will either have the support group, or you can go through your hospital, through the hospitals. They'll have us, not Overeaters Anonymous. That's totally different. There's bariatric support groups. You don't want Overeaters Anonymous. That's something totally different. So so I had a different surgeon back then that I did when I was getting the surgery in 2018. And when I went to the support group, I did not have my surgery then. I had to abandon it due to some personal issues. But I was probably the only person in the group that was looking to get the sleeve. The other people had already had their lap band, and I heard nothing but complaints about it. So something with the lap band is, the difference between a lap band and the others is that it's a band that looks like a circle or whatever. It would be a circle, and then there's like a little tube with a pump on the side. There'd be a pump on the side, and what happens is, um, this is not a permanent situation. It's not, so it's not permanent, right? And so what happens is they leave the pump in there, because every so often they have to go in and they have to loosen it, or they have to pump it with more air and tighten it based on what your situation was at the time. But it was such a failed contraption that they've totally recalled it. I mean, are there surgeons out there still doing it? I mean, I don't, I would hope not. There was a guy in my bariatric support group. He had the lap band, and he said he did really well in it, but then it eroded. It eroded into his esophagus, so they had to go in and take it out. And unfortunately, when he had it removed, it caused him to gain the weight and then some back. And then he got a job where his insurance wouldn't cover bariatric surgery, so he was going to the support groups in hopes of maybe a surgeon, "Hey, Cajun boy, how are you?" So he went to the support groups in hopes of getting a surgeon to kindly do the surgery. And he ended up getting, there's a new surgery. Okay, so we have the gastric sleeve, which is what I have. So your stomach looks like this, right? It has a curve here, has a curve here, and then what they do is they make it look like this, right? That's a sleeve. So when you have the gastric bypass, it is, so they're taking your stomach like this, and then they make it into a cube like this, and then they reroute the intestines. But now they have a whole nother surgery. I forget the name of it. It's one I always forget. So the new surgery is where they make a sleeve, right? It's a sleeve and a bypass all in one. So that's for like severely morbidly obese, but supposedly it's very good. So that's a good one. Uh, well, I'm doing a lot better today, sorta. I'm going to explain how COVID worked for me. So I had the 2 doses of the Moderna, and I had a booster shot just before Christmas, and so I woke up the morning that I tested positive with it, with just, I just had like a sore throat and a little bit of a runny nose. Isabel was saying she couldn't taste. Now, this kid has been tested for COVID multiple times because kids in her school don't wear the mask and all that jazz. Listen, I'm not going to get into the controversy of the mask. I will say this. I will say this. I'm going to be completely honest. I see that cloth masks do not work. So you need to have the KN95s, and I got those. And Isabel will be double masking in school. So the first day, like I said, just before I took the test, that's all I had was a sore throat, and you know, my nose was kind of runny and stuffy at the same time. But as the day progressed, I had a headache that was so bad I couldn't even open my eyes. I was literally like in bed with my eyes closed, eating one of those Uncrustable sandwiches. And then the next day, that's when it got. Now that's when I guess whatever was in your nose, whatever was up here went down here. When it like overnight, it went right down to the lungs and then and everything. So that night I couldn't get any sleep because I couldn't, I just I couldn't. I was having a hard time swallowing. Oh, 1 second, guys. I gotta plug the computer in. So hopefully I get it in time. Usually okay. There we go. All right, there we go. So that's what it was. So I had a problem with that. I had a problem. I couldn't swallow, and I was coughing, and my nose was like it literally felt like. And then on top of that, I had very dry mouth. So it literally felt like I was licking a dry wall, you know? Ah, definitely. Um, so the best thing I'm going to tell y'all, and I'm not a doctor by any means. I'm not. Well, I actually managed to fix it on my own. I have not taken any medication for anything. I took a little CBD when I had that bad headache. Hello, Louis. When I had the headache, I took CBD. Great stuff. You could always count on CBD for a headache. So if you get COVID, okay, again, I'm not a doctor or anything, but this is a very good suggestion and it worked really well for me. So what you need to do is you need to set up a steam sauna in your bathroom, all you got, like what you would do when your kids were little and they had like a heavy, like they had a high fever and you would sweat out the toxins in your system. That's what you got to do. You got to just turn the shower on in your bathroom, let this all the way hot and get the steam in there. And you go in there with a cold bottle of water, right? Let the steam get down there, break up what's in there, and then you drink water, cool water, and it'll bring it out. That was the best thing, but unfortunately, the worst part of it is I got it just before the snowstorm that Saturday, and I had to shovel my walkway because my landlord's not going to do that, right? So that was a mistake. Ooh, I hope she has a full speedy recovery, Cajun boy. Ouch. Stomach surgery. Ouchie, ouchies. So from there I got better though, but the thing is I'm still having troubles with my lungs. I'm still having some troubles with my lungs. When the cold hits, it really hurts and I could feel a lot of gunk in there. And so I've been having some troubles. And then if you saw my video yesterday, um there was apparently a part that needed to be replaced, so I had no heat Saturday night into yesterday. They didn't come till about 12:30, 1 o'clock to fix the heat. So so my lungs have been having a hard time catching up with the heat. Wow. I actually have not had a cold in quite some time, Chris. I've actually done pretty good for the last couple of years. You know, um, like I said, I've made it this long without catching COVID. But at this point, if you have school age children in school, I mean, and they're not wearing their mask properly, or their teachers aren't wearing their mask, I mean, it's bound to happen at this point. The one thing I do wish is I was in Florida when I got it. That way, I could at least have gone outside. Because I could tell you this: if you're not feeling well and you can't go outside, that is a big mind. You know what I mean? Yeah, that is, yeah, it is bad. Oh, it is. And the kicker of it is they just raised my rent. See, they're getting more rent just before I leave. So, but I'm leaving New York very soon. Very soon. I won't say when, but I am. Very soon. But hey, Matthew, good to see you. So, I upgraded all of our masks. I got the KN95s. I know CVS Pharmacy is supposed to be giving them out, but they said they have not received the ones that they were going to give out. So, oh well. But I bought them because I cannot do this again. I am so afraid of getting reinfected. I can sleep on the couch. I have two couches to sleep on. In my new apartment, I think I'm going to be getting I'm going to get a sleeper couch for the living room, because chances of me finding a 3-bedroom apartment in Florida is probably not gonna happen. So I'm going to have to settle for a 2. All I know is I gotta go. Hey, Trucker's Life. Ooh, Savannah, Georgia. Is it nice and warm? If it is, send some warmth my way. Like I said, I wish I got COVID when I was living in Florida. That way I could at least just go outside. Oh, God. My father always said, I grew up with my father saying the best medicine is fresh air and sunshine. And that's true. It's true. If you can be sick and go outside, that's the best thing you could do for yourself. If you get sick and stuck inside, you're not going to get better. That's why I don't think I'm getting better as fast as I'd like to get better, is because I'm stuck inside. You're stuck in the same 4 walls, and although the cold hurts, if I go outside, the cold's going to hurt my chest. Tomorrow I have to go and take care of some banking business. I'm not contagious anymore, so I can go take care of my business, but I'm going to go do that. It's going to be freezing, but I have to go and do. Sometimes you just got to go and do. Got to dip and do, as Wendy Williams would say, who now is not going to be on TV anymore. Sad, huh? I don't really want to talk about this. No, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about Whoopi. Whoopi! I feel like just like in politics, these shows need a good shakeup. We need younger people. That's what I think we need. We need some younger people. Wow, it's been going up and down. I heard Florida's been pretty cold, but not as cold as what we got. I heard about the iguanas falling from the tree. Oh, I don't know. So do they have that there too, Cajun Boy? Do you have an iguana problem? I'm just curious to see what areas have iguana problem. See, I'm one of those people that if I saw an iguana laying on the ground, I mean, in the not in the grass. I'm talking about like in the street. If there was one laying in the street, like I gotta like help you out. I don't want you to get run over. That's terrible. I feel so bad because you got to remember, iguanas are not native to Florida. People buy them as pets, and I guess they don't realize that they don't make good pets because they don't. I used to work with animals, and I hated working with the iguana. He was, ugh, no thanks. I was never big into working with reptiles. I mean, snakes could be fun, but iguanas, no, I didn't like working with them. They're hard to maintain, and they're not really that friendly. They don't want to be friendly because they don't want to be a pet. They want to be out in the wild in the trees and things like that. Just not in Florida trees. You know what I mean? They want to live in their native habitats. So it's not their fault. But I'm one of those people. If I saw one laying in the street, I'm gonna like, hey, buddy, you in the wrong place. Gonna hit by a car. You know. I'm one of those people. I'm kind of hoping to get an apartment with a balcony. That way I could sit outside. Like I said, if I had gotten COVID and living in Florida where there's nice and warm weather out, at least going outside might have helped, heal me a little better. But now I'm stuck in the cold and I can't really go out. It did snow this morning and it snowed yesterday. Yes, it snowed yesterday and this morning. But not as much. It wasn't as much. The big one was 2 Saturdays ago. Um, I can't wait to get away from snow. I always hear these people from the south. They like, I want to see snow. I'm like, hell no, I don't want to see snow. Get it away from me. I don't want. I don't want to see snow ever again in my life. I'm good with that. Hurricanes. I mean, they're not fun, but I could live with it because we have them here too. We get them to. Now, here's the thing: the difference between New York and Florida is we don't get them as often as Florida, but when we do, when we get a hurricane, we get a doozy. So I don't know. Maybe having more frequent hurricanes is better than having one big one every couple of years. Because Sandy, that was the last one we really had, and that was, whoo, yuck. You got a cat? Yeah, that's actually my plan when I go to Florida. Is I'm trying to get an apartment where I could have another pet. because that's my plan. Isabel, my daughter, has a letter for a ESA, emotional support animal, and we should be able to be allowed to get a cat too. But I still have Frankie, so and she's a service dog, so I can't. They can't say I can't live in their apartment because I have a service dog. She's not a pet. Well, I mean she's a pet, but you know what I'm saying. I just can't wait to get out of the cold. I just want to get out of this cold and never look back. Yay! Here, hold on. Let me see. Let me see if she'll. This big fat dog. There she is. Want to say hi? Oh my God, you be stinkies, huh? You be stinkies? Hi, Gail. Ooh, you got gas? Oh, here she is. Hey, Priscilla Nilla, how are you? Oh, she's gonna go. She's gonna plop. Oh my God, this COVID, I tell you, it's a disaster. Do what you can to not get it. No, they do. Oh, trust me, they do suck, Cajun Boy. We just don't get them as often as you guys. Like I said, we get them like once in a blue moon, but when we get them up here, when we get them up on Long Island, it's bad. Sandy was the last one that we really had, and that was bad. And after Sandy, we had that freak storm. We had a freak storm back in 2014. I'm doing better today. I'm just dipping and doing. I haven't been on in a while because like I got stuck in my feelings, and then COVID, and then I'm just working on moving on out of my apartment, finally getting out of here. I mean yesterday I had no heat. I had no heat the night before, Saturday night into Sunday. I had no heat. And this was not a weekend to not have heat because it was 27 degrees outside. So this was basically it for me. I've already put my papers in to move. Yeah, that's true. I had brisket for the first time when I went to go visit. My grandmother was big into cooking. She made all kinds of meats and things like that, but she's never made brisket. And I went to this barbecue place and I had brisket for the first time, and it was quite good. I've never had that. Aldi, I go to Aldi's lately because they don't have one store in Florida, so I've been like changing up my grocery stores so I can figure out what I like there. So when I move, I know that it'll work out for me over there. So Aldi's actually sells burnt ends. It's refrigerated. It's already refrigerated. It's got the barbecue sauce. I mean, it's good. It's good, but I feel like a real barbecue burnt end would be better. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Oh, they had a pug in Norbit. Yeah, I had burnt ends, but they were from Aldi's. I mean, my grandmother never made brisket, but they would make other things. They made pork chops. Our for New Year's we would have what was called sauerbraten, which is you take a beef roast and then you soak it in what's it called, not apple cider vinegar, red wine vinaigrette. Red wine vinegar. Yeah, it's a German dish, but I don't like it. It was something that it's one dish I never really liked, but my grandmother made it. It was like a New Year's dish. It wasn't my thing. That's one dish. That's probably one of the only dishes of hers that I miss. Most of everything else, chicken paprika. That's what I like that she made. My daughter doesn't like it though. She doesn't like chicken paprika, but I do. But yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to leave New York. And I don't know. When I went live last time, I mentioned that there was a lady upstairs that literally got in my face, and she wanted to beat me up for some stupid ass reason. I don't even know what it was. And they removed her, but they brought her back. And I just want to move to a place where I can just night, Chris. I'm probably really not as much. I'm probably gonna end the live in a few minutes anyways, but I'm gonna try to come back tomorrow. I have not tried Cajun food, but I've been to New Orleans. I've been to New Orleans. Actually, I think I did try the gator there. Cause they say when you go to New Orleans, before you commit to buying gator meat, you should try it out before you buy it. Yeah. I thought it was crazy when we went to the Riverwalk Mall over there in New Orleans, and they were serving alcoholic beverages in the food court. Now that's something they don't do over here. I mean, that was something. You imagine that you get your Taco Bell and you get yourself a pina colada right there in the mall food court. I was like, that's something. That's definitely something. Like I said, they wouldn't do that here. You can't even get liquor. I shop at Trader Joe's now more than anywhere. Trader Joe's and Aldi, and I always see these videos of people or post people going to Trader Joe's and they find these like holiday liquors. Yeah, they don't sell that here. Hey, Wonderfell's Life. Oh, I'm so happy to see you. Oh goodness, try not to cough. Yeah, that's gonna be my new game now. When I go out in public, try not to cough. The Rona's finally got me. After 2 years, it got me. I did my best hiding from that bitch. I'm gonna end this on TikTok because if I keep talking about this, some over here, somebody's gonna mass report me, and I'm just not gonna do that. Okay. So yeah, I go live here on. Oh, did they move everything now? Oh no. Oh, that's it. So that's the one joy of life is I can go live on YouTube and TikTok at the same time, but TikTok seems to have more rules about live than YouTube does. So I'm doing better. I'm doing better. It was the first 2 days were pretty awful, and then we got the snowstorm. Then I got really bad again, and then yesterday I'm still in the same apartment as y'all can see. We lost the heat. I lost the heat Saturday night until yesterday at 1 o'clock. So with COVID, when the cold hits the lungs, it burns. It burns your lungs. So my lungs are still trying to catch up from the cold. So that's rough. But it's you just got to drink a lot of soup and a lot of hot liquid, and that seems to work. And if all else fails, I'll just create a steam sauna in the bathroom. If you get COVID, this actually really does help. Like when your kids are sick, you want to like steam out the if they have a high fever, you would steam it out. This works very well with COVID. 4 hours from New Orleans. That's the only time. That's the only part of Louisiana I've been. Florida, I've only been to a few parts of Florida. Yeah, and it was like the worst weekend to do it too. It was like 27 degrees this weekend. But I'm leaving New York very soon for good. I have a date. I have a date to leave. So yeah, hopefully me traveling to Florida won't be as traumatic as it was the last time. When I went to Florida back in August to go look around, I don't know if I told you this, Wonderfell's Life, but Painkiller passed away in August. And I literally just touched down in Fort Lauderdale and I got the message, I'm not in that group anymore. But me and John were talking again and working our differences out. But yeah, oh, I can't. I'm almost there. I'm almost to the finish line. I do. That makes my day. I really enjoy doing TikTok more. Well, that group is not on TikTok. You know what I mean? And I don't have to compete with other people. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like TikTok, you can be more yourself. You just got to be careful because TikTok tends to flag videos, and I've been banned for 3 days. Yeah, that was pretty rough. And then my other good friend passed away just 2 weeks after that from COVID. So I could tell you this: when I saw that there are two tests in my life I never want to see positive again in my life. One is a pregnancy test, and the other is a COVID test. I could tell you, the reaction was the same as if I had another one. Oreo coffee. You mean like in a K cup? And I kid you not, when I saw that positive COVID test, it was like my whole life just flashed before my eyes because, like I said, my friend passed away from COVID in August, and she was only 40 years old, you know, and this was somebody I was really good friends with. I went to her wedding. Yeah, right, exactly. Those two tests suck. Although there's no reason for a prego test for me because I'm as celibate as they come, and I like to stay that way. you know, I think I'm doing pretty good at that. You know, but what kind of Oreo coffee? Like I said, I posted a video the other day because I've been doing the What Makes Me Happy challenge, and I posted the chocolate coffee box that I got from Aldi's. I'm gonna have to be careful about what I put on YouTube because apparently people think that because I have a chocolate K cup, not chocolate. That's my weight loss surgery. It's not stopping me from my bad habits. From a long-time subscriber at that. I mean, listen, I'm not perfect. I do eat what I want in moderation. But you guys have seen me for the last 3 years and I haven't changed very much. So I guess I should be proud of that. I did purposely gain 8 pounds back 2 years ago and I've been maintaining it because I did not like what I looked like at my lowest. It just wasn't me. I didn't like it. But a lot of people do that. Oh, wait, Frankie, you want to see your friend? Let's see here. Frankie's ready to be a Southern Belle too. Uh-oh. You all right? You a little hot? Oh, it's okay. Did I wake you up? I'm sorry. I'm sorry your fans are here. Want to say hi? I think Frankie's ready to go to Florida too. This way she can go outside. Oh my goodness. She's working on her alligator. See that? She sounds like an alligator. Yeah. I know. Yeah, she sounds like an alligator. Huh? She's gonna fit in with the alligators. Oh, your breath be stinkies. You have a bad tooth? I know I got a bad tooth. Yeah, on top of everything, one of my other teeth, another tooth broke. Luck in my life. But yeah, so soon I'm gonna be out of here. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get out of the. We have another crazy lady upstairs. Well, it's the same one that I've had for the last year, but she's worse than the other one. I never thought I would say that. This one's violent. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, now I know which one you're talking about. The International Delight Coffee. I got that at the Exotic Snack Store. I have to go there soon. I want to say so. The Exotic. So I post a lot of videos about them. Exotic Snack Long Island is a friend of mine that I've made just because I keep going to their store. But it's somebody I went to school with. He went to the same elementary and junior high school with in my hometown. So I have to go over there soon and pick up some snacks. The only thing is, when you go to these exotic snack stores, they're really great. Don't get me wrong, they're really great, and they're generally a small business, and I like to support a small business. The only downside to these exotic snack stores is they do upcharge on some of the products. Like if you were to go to like an actual Asian grocery store, like I could buy a bag of, Asian Doritos, and they're really good too, at the at that place, um, at the exotic snack store, and they usually charge like $8 a bag. But if I go to an actual Asian grocery store, it's a regular price bag of Doritos. So it's one of those things where you want to support a small business and a friend, but it's like, whoops, it's like, sometimes I can't always do that. But sometimes, oh, yeah, it definitely is. Oh. Uh, oops, sorry, 1 second. Got a message. You know, so that's the one downside to the exotic snack store. I see one that's Pops Exotics. He's on TikTok, but he's not anywhere near here. So yeah, right. That's exactly it. Whew. But now the heat is definitely back, and it's high as a kite. Well, you can't have it both ways. The only downside with the heat being high is that's going to cause, oops. Now it's going to cause, now it's going to cause this stuff to come out. But yeah, that's life. But I'm telling you, whatever you can do to avoid this thing, please do it. I know, like, that's a big controversy. People don't want to hear it anymore. They don't want to hear wear the mask anymore. They don't have to get the vaccine. Or, I mean, I feel like I could have been a lot worse if I didn't have the vaccine and the booster. Actually, Isabel didn't have the booster yet. She only had the first 2 doses, but she's now eligible for a booster. But I could say she got it worse than me. Ah, yeah. Well, anyways, guys, I'm going to come back tomorrow because I can feel my chest getting hurties. I will see you guys tomorrow. It's so wonderful to see you all. And I will definitely be back tomorrow, I promise. Yeah, keep it safe with it. It's at this point it feels like when you have kids in the school, you're bound to get it, but that's because the other kids don't wear masks. Just make sure you don't use those cloth masks. I've been using a cloth mask. It's gotten me to this point, but at this point, got to get them KN95s. But anyways, guys, I'm going to see you tomorrow, or try to anyways. And have a good night. I love you guys. My coffee cakes. Bye.